Hey, welcome to Tuesday. Let us know if anything's happening.
Yeah, hopefully.
My name is David. This is James. We've been trying to work on some technical issues. Hopefully, it's all solved. Please let us know.
Yeah, we haven't done the Skype on the PC rig before, and so it's been causing us a lot of problems. Obviously, the quality of the video is not going to be as good because it's on the old system again.
Okay, people are saying it's working though.
Okay, so
which is
we
the
have
most
sounds.
important thing.
Okay.
All right, now I'll
So
tweet
we're
this
good.
tweet that it's all good.
Ugh.
And all right, let's just treat it like none of this happened. Because YouTube might not know if you're watching on YouTube. Anyway, so my name is Ultra David. This is James Chen. This coming weekend is EVO 2014. It's the tournament date that we've all been looking forward to ever since it was announced.
Yes, and Evo is always the big one.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically the Grand Slam, the championship edition of all the fighting game tournaments, and so everyone's been waiting for this, and we're gonna be doing a show today, basically all about Evo.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a few guests on actually. To start with, we'll have EVO co-founders, but then after that, we're gonna have some people come on, help talk to us about the games that are being played at EVO, and kind of analyze players and storylines to watch and that sort of thing.
Yep. So I'd like to welcome
yeah.
Tom and Tony Cannon, aka Inkblot and Ponder. I can't even talk right now, but say hi, guys.
Hey, James.
Yay! Look at that.
Now, please let us know if you can hear them at home.
Yeah, hopefully they can hear them. So, yeah. Let's see. And of course, the best thing about Twitch now is this minute-long delay here. So, okay, everyone's saying yay here. It works. Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
Yay.
So.
They need to be louder. You can turn them up a little bit.
So, talk again, Tom or Tony.
Hello.
Hi. How's it going?
Okay,
There
yeah.
we go.
All right.
Okay.
Everybody's
okay.
happy.
Yes. Okay.
More or less. All right.
So, obviously, okay, again, EVO's coming up, and one of the things that we wanted to talk about today is that every single year, EVO seems to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And so, I know, again, last year, we just didn't think it could get any crazier. We broke records for number of viewers for a stream, and we broke records for number of people in a tournament where we got to 1,600 last year for Street Fighter 4. Mm-hmm. And so, Tom or Tony, either one of you guys, if you want to talk about like some of the crazy numbers that we're getting this year for like entrants and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the crazy thing is every single year of EVO, it has grown, even in the dark ages. We were only growing by a little bit, but every year we grew. And last year when we had like 1,600 for Street Fighter 4, and we sold out like a 4,000 person ballroom and had like 2,000 people in the overflow, we figured that that was a pretty good mark. And this year we blew those numbers away, and we've actually just barely sold out an 8,000 person ballroom.
What?
Which is yeah.
There are going to be 8,000 people there.
The seating in the main ballroom is 8,000 people.
Wow.
And it is sold out.
What?
So yeah. So will they all show up at once? If they do, it'll
Right.
be wall-to-wall people in like a 50,000 or 60,000 square foot room, which is by far the biggest we've ever been in.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, and of course Street Fighter 4 is almost 2,000 people. So in Street Fighter 4, I mean, there's Ultra, which is a great update, but Street Fighter 4 is now like a 5-year-old game. So
yeah. 6 years old.
yeah, and Smash, which is actually like Melee, which is 13 years old or something, their numbers went up from like 700 last year to almost 1,000 this year.
Right.
So to me, that's like an incredibly good sign that even though there are no, brand new shiny games, interest isn't just like staying strong; it's actually growing year after year.
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
I remember they said for Smash last year that 700 it broke the record for a Smash tournament by double the amount of the previous largest Smash tournament. And so if you think about it, this year we've pretty much over tripled last year the previous pre Evo 2013 numbers for Smash, and that's pretty ridiculous. So yeah, I mean, heck, I still remember Evo 2002, I think it was, when we had like 300 some entrants for Marvel, and we were all excited about that. We were like, no way, dude, like how we ever do that? Like I can't even imagine a tournament this big. So but
yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, you look at sort of a depressing meme that's been going around, is that Marvel is a dead game, which to me is completely ridiculous. Marvel has 1,000 people,
right?
And like 2 years ago, 1,000 people would have been something to cheer about. So yeah, I think Marvel's in great shape.
Cool.
Yeah, so I mean, I just have to ask Tony real quick, what's it been like trying to get these brackets up, man? 2,000 people. I mean, can we really whittle that down to top 8 by Sunday? I mean,
oh yeah. It's been almost been done before. I mean, last year was our second biggest tournament ever, and it went fairly smoothly. To put that in perspective, that's almost a little more than 14,000 matches, which, if you do the math, is around 41 days of fighting games, all crammed into 3 days. So really 2, because it's Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday is just sort of trickled out for the finals. So it's hard, but we have a lot of volunteer judges who come back year after year and do a great job in nailing the brackets and doing a 2-hour set and then another 2-hour set and then another one, and working really well together to help us run essentially 50 pools simultaneously in 6 sessions over 2 days. Each day, rather. And so it's hard, but, we have a system and it works, and I'm pretty sure we can do it. It's going to be fun, actually.
That's awesome.
All right. So talk to me about the international attendance this year.
Yeah, that was a surprise, actually, because the Japanese have always been enthusiastic about, first it was B5, so we this is way back in the day, ancient history, but some of you may have seen the videos. Like B4 was a tournament we organized to sponsor a few players to go to Japan and play them in some fighting games. And so the next year we decided to return the favor and invite some of the friends we met there and all international players to B5. Yeah. And ever since then, there have been a hardcore group of Japanese players who are really pro Evo and are ambassadors for Evo back to that country. But this is the first year where it's just blown up, where it's insane. Where before we might get 30 or 40 Japanese players, and now we have over 100. And really? A lot of that is because, we have BlazBlue, which is a very popular title there, but also the Street Fighter attendance is massive. And so I think every year
80 Japanese players, I think, Street Fighter 4.
Yeah,
60 or 80. It's a lot.
And if you look at the pools, there's killers everywhere. These aren't guys who are coming to Vegas for a vacation and decide to check out Evo. These are hardcore Street Fighter players who came, to test their mettle against the best. And so I think it's just gotten better and better every year. Last year we had Nico Nico stream Evo, which is
sorry. Trying to grab some images here, but that.
Did you turn off the stream, James?
No, the stream is running fine. I just turned on a YouTube video by accident, so that was Felicia combos in a video. So, but continue.
God. Yeah. Anyway, so as I was saying, Nico Nico streamed, they're Japanese casters in Japanese language to a Japanese audience, and I think that really helped. If I had to guess, I would say that helped bridge the gap a lot. And so, because they could get, instead of having to listen to our great American casters and maybe not follow as well, they get, the native experience. And I'm really happy about it. It's not just Japan, obviously. Canada is here in force. Mexico's here in force, both for BlazBlue and King of Fighters.
Right.
And, it starts to drop off there dramatically. But, overall, we have, I think, 70 or 80 countries represented?
What?
Yeah. We had a press release on SRK. and so you can like look that up. But it's really a global event, right? It's if you want to play fighting games,
Dude,
you're into fighting games. If you want to test and see
the
where you
videos
are, you know, because you're in the same
we still
bracket with
hear us?
Daigo. You have to win just as many matches as Daigo at Infiltration or Sako in order to get
Hey,
you know the title.
I think James screwed up the stream again.
Yep.
Well, can they hear us or is it frozen?
It's frozen.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Stream
just,
is
you have
blow
to
up.
just like not touch it. once
Wow,
it's
stream
working.
chat is going in on.
Come on, baby. You can do this. You can do this.
Oh, loading video.
Yep. I think we should be good now. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good.
All right, I suggest that we not even go to break.
Okay, that's
Like,
fine.
just
That's fine.
zero,
That's fine.
don't press
that's
the
fine.
computer.
Yeah, exactly.
all right.
Okay, okay.
Anyway, so what's going on, Tom and Tony?
Well, we were talking about the international presence.
Yeah.
And you mentioned that there's 84 Japanese players alone in Street Fighter 4, right? And if you think about that, that's actually more players from Japan than we've had in entire tournaments in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Sure. Oh,
Because
yeah.
we've had tournaments of like 60 some, less than 100 people. So just Japan itself could almost be like a 2002 tournament or something like that. So, oh man, okay. Yeah, sorry about that, guys, again, about all the crazy technical hiccups here. But
So outside of the tournament itself, what's going on? Is there, how's the BYOC Indie Showcase, all that stuff shaping up?
Right. So we actually have a lot of things going on. Basically, we took the best things over the last couple of years and made them all bigger. So we have 2 different BYOCs. And each one is bigger than the entire BYOC we had last year.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's one that's going to be devoted just to casuals,
okay.
and then one that's devoted to sort of side tournaments.
Oh, nice.
Oh wow, okay.
That's
okay.
definitely good.
Yeah, because before in the past, the side tournaments would always just take up all of the BYOC, right? So there wasn't.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, cool, nice.
And then we're expanding the Indie Showcase. We're going to have 9 different games on display there.
Okay.
So that should be cool. And then a lot of our exhibitors are running events and casual stations out of their booths. So Skullgirls,
Right.
Focus Fire, Mad Cats, all are running like multiple events.
Yeah,
So
Mad Catz even almost has like its own stream schedule, right?
yeah,
Yeah, it
they're
does.
doing a lot of special events, like for Soul Calibur and Tekken and some other games. So yeah,
That's nice.
so there's lots to see at the tournament, and then there's a whole second hall, which is in another enormous room, which is just devoted just like playing games. So it should be lots to see and lot to do. We're also for the first time doing.
Wait, hang on a second. Do you mean like the second room is like a little arcade almost or something like that?
It's like we had last year. So you have one mammoth hall that is all tournament all the time,
Okay.
and then another mammoth hall which is all the exhibitors. So those are the
Okay.
booths
Oh,
and
okay,
vendors,
Okay.
and that's where the casual BYOC is, and that's where like the Focus Fire booth is with
Gotcha,
the 32
gotcha,
stations and the Mad
gotcha.
Cats booth. And they're really close together, so it's not like you have to go walking all over the place. They're like right next to each other.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Cool. And I mean, one of the things that I know you guys mentioned before that I'm super excited about is the art show. There's gonna be
Right.
like an artist gallery or something like that there, right?
Yeah, so this is an experiment. I hope it goes well. But it's a lot of professional artists who just enjoy fighting games and are doing fan art pieces. Some names you'll recognize. We have some artists from Udon.
Okay.
Nice. Okay.
And there was actually a Street Fighter art exhibition in LA a couple of months ago.
Yes.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of the artists that we're showing there will show at the Evo show.
Oh, cool.
And that'll just be sort of open in the middle of the exhibition hall for you to, just check out and see what you
Nice.
like.
Awesome.
I mean, are people actually going to be able to buy some of those artworks and such?
I'm not sure. That's a good question.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Cool. And then, Yeah. What else do you have here? So.
What have you always wanted to know about Evo, James?
What have I always wanted to know about Evo, dude?
Burning questions.
Burning questions. Well, the question that everyone always says is, that every year we always have to respond to year after year is, can a game buy its way into Evo?
So the short answer is it's impossible for a game that's not qualified to be at Evo to get at Evo. There's one time, you remember this, James, there's one time where we let a game literally buy its way into Evo, and that was in 2005 when we had Mario Kart.
That's right.
Because now Mario Kart's a great game, but we had a sponsor who insisted that there be a racing game on Evo.
That sponsor was not Nintendo, by the way.
Yeah, the sponsor was not Nintendo.
Yeah.
And it was not any gaming company. It was one of the only times we chose a non-gaming company to be a major sponsor, and it had consequences which we didn't like. One of which was we had to have a racing game on the roster, and it didn't go that well. And after that, we were like, "That's it. We're gonna control our roster 100% and make sure that all Evo games always meet a certain bar, which is they have to have a strong competitive community, they have to be a core fighting game, all this great stuff."
Right. But see, I was glad it was there because that was my only Evo top 8.
Yeah, well, yeah, I knew you'd remember that. Try to bring that out. I think what you've seen over the last couple of years is that we have limited resources, and every year there are more than 8 or 9 games that really deserve to be at Evo, but we can only have as many as we can handle.
Right.
And so when the publisher can step in and help give us basically more resources, then that increases what we can do. And so Namco stepped up and helped us out to let us add Tekken to the roster.
Okay.
Would you say Tekken bought their way into Evo? Absolutely not, because Tekken is staple, a mainstay at Evo.
Yeah,
it was just.
I think I would say that we last year we did 9 games, and this year we wanted to do 9 games too. But we knew Ultra was coming out and it was going to be bigger, and we guessed Smash was going to be bigger since they had a great time. And we did the math, and we're like, we can't do 9 games.
Right.
I want to do 12 games. I want to do 15 games. There are people who can do that, but at this Evo scale, we'd have to get. We're out of essentially hotels. There are no bigger hotels in Vegas,
Right.
and so we'd have to go to the LA Convention Center or something. So we're really pushing the envelope here to get everything we can, and we'd like to have all the games, but sometimes we can't just do it on, without help from a publisher. And if they can give that help, we're great. We'd love to work with them.
Okay.
Right,
Sounds reasonable.
I think it works out well.
So, a lot of people have asked before, why not move Evo to 4 days or something like that? Make it last even longer. Start on a Thursday or something. Is that something that that you guys have considered before? Maybe extending Evo to be a longer weekend?
No, I think 3 days is pushing what we can expect from people.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, 3 days is cool. If you're into the fighting game scene and you want to come, or you just want to watch, you can do 3 days by taking a day off work and flying on a red eye on Thursday and then getting out on a red eye on Sunday. And you'll be tired, but you can do it. When you start saying 4 days, and that starts to become a week-long commitment. I think there's a line you're crossing there.
Right.
And we just don't want that kind of a look or a vibe, or it's not right for the event.
Yeah, I totally agree. I
Yeah.
totally agree on that. So, okay.
So what about? Can we talk about the sponsors that you do have this year a little bit? I noticed, for example, one was Nintendo. I thought that was really interesting.
Right.
Yeah, so that probably caused a little bit of confusion. I think people are reading. So first of all, Nintendo has been great in terms of letting us run the game and giving us guidelines so that we can present the game in the right light.
That's right.
So we've been working with them hand in hand all the way, and that's fantastic. In terms of sponsorship, when we say they're a sponsor, we really mean they're supporting the event. So I know that some people on Reddit were coming up with all kinds of theories about what sponsorship meant, and really it just means that Nintendo supports Evo, and we're grateful for that support. Okay. But that's great, and we have actually a lot of publishers, more than ever
Yeah.
explicitly endorsing Evo, like Arc Systems, and of course Namco and Capcom. So that's been really great to see.
Yeah, I mean, so for example, Blaze Blue is getting 30,000 extra in pop bonus, right? I mean, is that
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. It's huge, it's wonderful to see publishers like really backing up and showing respect to the hardcore competitive players.
Yeah.
As you guys know, the Evo pots are funded by player entry fees,
Right.
which we think is fair, because the more people you have in the tournament, the bigger the pot gets. But there are limits to that. It means that our pots are always going to be of a certain size. So when a publisher can step in and boost that, especially in a major way, like with the $25,000 boost, that's really awesome.
I mean, can we? I know SRK at one point in time ran a poll that asked if people wanted to raise the game entry fee to $20 or $15.
Yeah.
To see if we can raise the pot bonus. I mean, I think like 33% of the people voted they wanted to leave it the same and such like that. I mean, what is there?
Yeah. So whenever we do these polls, raising the pot or raising the price always loses. Usually, it loses big. And I think it's pretty easy to understand why. I mean, 99% of the players aren't going to win or have no chance of winning, and they know they have no chance of winning. They're not going to try to win. They're going to say that they competed among the best and to sort of test, set a PR. Can I get out of my pool? Can I have a winning record? We like that about Evo. I mean, we like that it's like, step up and slap down your quarter and anyone can play, literally anyone. And you might get matched up against Daigo or Infiltration first round, and then guess what? You get a crack at them.
Yeah.
And so we don't want to do anything to take that away. We think that's the most unique thing about fighting games, and we think Evo is, the ultimate expression of that. When you have 2,000 people, world travelers who are kind of making a living at this stuff now, versus random guy who plays in his home game. You put them all in a giant pot, and they just sort of play it out. We don't want to do anything that discourages all the players, not just the top players, from competing.
Yeah. That sounds great.
Cool.
Well, is there anything else that you guys wanted to bring up? Anything you want to maybe publicize or talk about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious. Have we heard all the announcements? Are you guys still holding any cards? Surprises that are going to come up in the next couple of days?
We always have surprises.
Yeah. Okay.
If I told you what they were, they wouldn't be surprised.
Well, yeah, fair enough. I just want to know if there is. Well, I mean, I also want to mention that you guys are doing the same thing that you guys did last year, in which the chat is subscriber-only chat, right? But
yeah, so that's okay, right. So first of all, the Evo stream is free. All bit rates, all VODs, all the content is 100% free.
Okay.
So what we're doing, and we want to keep it that way because we want people to watch. What we are doing is offering an optional pay-per-view subscription, which will get you into chat and will get you some emoticons. And for the past couple of years, 3 years now, we've used all the pay-per-view proceeds to fund a scholarship, which we run in association with NYU Game Center, which is a game design collegiate program. We ran a story about this on SRK, where we did sort of a story about last year's winner, a guy named Tony Cow, and sort of his history in the fighting game scene and why the scholarship literally helped him go to college when he couldn't afford not to. So it's a really great cause. You're helping, by subscribing to the Evo stream, you're helping literally someone from the fighting game scene. That's who the scholarship money goes to. And Twitch is stepping up this year. And as you may or may not know, pay-per-view proceeds are usually split between the broadcaster and Twitch. Twitch is donating their whole cut of pay-per-view proceeds too.
All right.
So literally every single penny of the Evo pay-per-view money is going to go right to the scholarship, which means it's going to go right to a fighting game player who wants to study game design.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah. I mean, we've done this now. I mean, you guys have done this for about, 2 or 3 years now?
This is the third year running.
It's the third year. Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Yep. So if you're going to Evo, besides, I guess if you're not going to Evo and you can afford to subscribe to the stream,
Right.
please do. It would help out someone. And if you're going to Evo, we have a couple of special things, especially around events going on in the hall, and sort of amping up, I guess, the presence and impact of the event. So we want to make it really fun for the especially the fans and spectators who are hanging out on Sunday.
Right. So, obviously we have two exhibitions that are coming up, right? Or is it? I know we have the Wednesday night fights versus the NLBC exhibition, and that's going to be on Saturday night or Friday night.
Friday night.
That's going to be on
So
Friday night.
yeah, so Friday is like all about Ultra, right? So
Okay.
we've got the
Okay.
Ultra pools and then Ultra semifinals and then the Ultra exhibition at the end.
Right.
And then also, I noticed one thing. Someone actually put up like a little a chart with all the times that all the games are going to be on and streamed and such. And I know IGN is involved this year, right?
Yeah, IGN is restreaming our streams
Okay.
Okay, great.
So
on
it's,
IGN.com.
so it's a direct stream. It's not going to be like a different view or anything like that, right? It's just a restream, basically.
It's an exact restream.
Okay. And Nico is doing that as well for Japan, right?
Yeah, Nico's is different. They do they have their own commentators who speak
Right,
Japanese.
right.
But that is going to be happening again.
Yes.
Japanese. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
And I'm assuming Papatawa is probably going to be back for that one as well.
He's coming?
So, yeah. Awesome.
I've been talking with him on Twitter actually,
Okay.
and email. All right. Well, thanks a lot for joining us. Is there anything else that you guys want to say, kind of last minute as a sign off?
Oh yeah, if you're going to Evo, make sure you find your ticket. So every year, this is the first year we actually emailed you a ticket with a QR code that'll let us help you get registered in a lot faster. And those lines are heinous. So
Dude. Yeah, last year the line was
It was out the
crazy.
front door.
Yeah.
yeah, it was literally out the front door. It was like a 100-yard line
Yeah.
or longer. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
it was like a quarter of a mile. It was a
Okay.
long line. Long line.
So please, bring up your ticket, get the QR code on your phone. You don't have to print it; just get it on your phone or print it. Either way, so we can just blip you, check your ID, and then get you through.
And
Yeah.
you can also check in on Thursday, right? If you show up.
Yeah, Thursday we'll have check-in from 4:30 all the way to 11:30 p.m. So if
Okay.
you get in Thursday, please check in Thursday.
Okay, cool. Nice. So no hints on any crazy announcements coming up or anything like that, you know.
Can't do it.
All right.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, at least that just shows to everybody that there's even more stuff to expect. So that's going to be super exciting. Again, Evo, every year, I always feel like it can't get any crazier. I know last year had that amazing Justin run in Marvel, for example. And, I can't wait to see what's going to happen this year. And it's going to be streamed on... So Ultra pools are going to be streamed on Capcom Fighters. Right, all on Friday.
Ultra Pools, Capcom Fighters, and then the rest of Ultra will be on SRK Evo 1, and then we have another stream, SRK Evo 2.
Right.
So tune into both.
Okay. Cool. That's
All
it
right.
for me,
Thanks a lot
so-
for joining us. Really appreciate it, guys.
Yeah. Thanks.
Okay, thanks
guys
guys.
later.
Bye.
All right. Peace.
So that was Tom and Tony Cannon, Evo co-founders. Really appreciate them coming on to talk with us. Definitely very, very nice. Apologies to them about the technical
Technicals,
screw ups,
ugh.
but
Yeah.